We are back here on Girl Talk, and we are very excited to introduce a midwife. Thank you very much for joining us. This is Jana Jones-Kirsch, and you are a midwife. I had told you my daughter is a doula. My oldest daughter has 4 children that were born through a midwife, and I think it'd be fun today to talk a little bit about Beaufort Memorial, their obstetrics, gynecology, how a midwife fits in, and to debunk some of the myths.
Okay, about midwifery.
Yeah, about midwifery and a little bit about your background.
Yeah. So I'm a certified nurse midwife, so that means I have a master's degree in nursing, and so I started out as an RN and then went on to get my master's degree in nurse midwifery. So
From Vanderbilt?
From Vanderbilt, yep. I finished up in December at Vanderbilt and got this job. So I practice in a lot of ways pretty similarly to the physicians in this practice.
What's the model of care?
Yeah, but the difference I would say mainly is that the midwifery model care is that we really believe in the normalization of birth and women's health. So midwives are really specialists in normal, healthy women. Mm-hmm. We believe in facilitating birth that's healthy and intervening only when necessary.
Right, I hear what you're saying. Some people, what I was going to say is midwifery is treating women who are pregnant not like they have a disease.
Right. We believe pregnancy is a physiologic process.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with you because you're pregnant. So until something complicated develops, we just treat you as a normal person and try to...
Erin has 5 kids. Deb has 1 little girl, and I've got 3 and 8 grandkids. Talk to us about how things have changed maybe since we had kids, and what it would actually look like if we came in.
Well, I think as a midwife, I can offer a lot of different things to women. I offer women who want to have a natural birth, an unmedicated birth. I can be there to offer support for that and offer alternative ways for pain relief. But then I also care for a lot of women, I'd say actually most women, who want an epidural and might just be seeing a midwife because they think I provide very personal care that fits their needs.
Is that part of the difference, like time? How did you have
Well,
your
typically,
kids?
do you, it would be without an epidural? Is that kind of
I would say actually most women I see do get an epidural.
Yeah, depending.
Yeah. I think it depends on the setting. Maybe more where I came from, I was in just a midwifery practice, and I think more women came to that practice because they wanted a natural birth. But at Beaufort Memorial, I think I fit in nicely and practice, like I said, pretty similarly to the doctors and care for a lot of women who do want epidurals and who do have complications, and in those situations I collaborate with the physicians.
Well, that was
to
my
care
next
for them.
question. What about new to Beaufort? You're the
New
first
to Beaufort,
midwife.
yes.
Okay.
I'm the first midwife in this practice.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
I think there have been midwives delivering at Beaufort Memorial in the past, but this is Beaufort Memorial's own OBGYN practice now, so I'm the first midwife in this practice.
Like my daughter in Virginia and in California both, it was common to have a midwife in OBGYN practices.
Yeah.
And it was just a wee bit more, I hate to say personal care, but they spent more time, sort of more education.
Yeah.
Is that what you...
Yeah, I would say that's true. And because we care for more normal, healthy people, we do have a little bit more time to, whereas the doctor's time often needs to be dedicated to someone who's very sick or someone who has a complication. We have a little bit more time to talk to you about what to expect during your pregnancy and what to expect for labor and birth.
Exactly. When I have a pain here, or when I'm pregnant, my pain here, what does that mean? Or
If someone is high risk, though, would they still utilize your services or not necessarily?
Well, we're kind of working that out right now in this practice. I am still seeing people who are high risk, so women who have gestational diabetes or high blood pressure, but when I do see those women, I collaborate with the doctors. I'll go run something by them, or if they're high risk and in labor, I always have someone on call back up with me, so I would probably call them and say, hey, this is what's going on, I want you to come in, or I just want you to be on standby. But it's a very collaborative model, and the physicians I work with are very supportive.
What about postpartum? What about after the birth of the baby?
Yeah, so we continue regular postpartum care. So we'll, as a midwife, I do rounds in the hospital the next day and do discharge. And then
do you do nursing techniques and things like that for moms who are new moms who maybe aren't quite sure?
Yeah, actually, I do help moms breastfeed some, but actually we just hired a great lactation consultant at Beaufort Memorial who gets down and dirty with moms and really helps them a lot. But yeah, I think midwives do a great job in general of promoting breastfeeding in hospitals. So
Now, do your patients deliver in the hospital just as any other patient, or do you have a
Yeah.
birthing center?
nope, they all deliver here at Beaufort Memorial.
So not in their homes or anything. I think there
No.
are some myths out there, because I guess in my mind I was thinking
think that
midwives,
you're in your
you
home, in your
have
tub.
the child in your and that for me that was
that seems too much.
like right.
Some midwives do practice in that capacity, but actually most certified nurse midwives practice and deliver in a hospital.
Correct.
Interesting.
Over 90% are in a hospital. A small number do home births, and a small number do birth centers.
I think it's becoming more and more predominant within a hospital.
I think it is. I
to
think it's
have
a nice
midwife
model.
as an option. I think it makes a lot of sense. We're going to take a quick break here on Girl Talk. Thank you for joining us. Stay with us. There's a lot more to come.